Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. So let's start with our today's topic. Today we are going to discuss about subtraction of vectors from the chapter vector. Okay, I have already made you learn the formula about the resultant if we are subtracting two vectors. It was resultant equals under root over a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Before that, let us just recapitulate the formulas which we used in addition of two vectors. So resultant formula is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta in addition. And also we saw that if two vectors are there of equal magnitude, then we do not use this long formula. We just use 2a cos theta by 2. Okay, in that case we must be given with theta. So it becomes 2a cos theta by 2. Okay, after that there were some important key points, like if there is a closed figure, okay, and all the vectors are in the same order, then resultant is always 0 in that case. Then see, if we want to make the resultant of two vectors 0, then we at least require two vectors and the angle must be two equal vectors and angle between them must be 180 degree. Okay, now suppose if we are given with three vectors of different magnitudes and they are coplanar, then also we can get the resultant as 0, because three vectors will make a closed figure and if they are in the same order, then it will make a resultant of 0. Okay, and next case is if we want to get a 0 vector and they are in different planes, okay, then we require at least 4 vectors to make it 0. Now there was one more special case in addition of two vectors. That was if there are two equal vectors of same magnitude and the angle given between them is 120 degree, then the resultant will also be the same. Like suppose 10 Newton and 10 Newton, these are two equal vectors given and the angle between them is given 120 degree. Then we will get that the resultant is also 10 newtons and also that resultant lies at the bisector of the angle, which means that it will cut the angle into two equal parts, 60 degree and 60 degree. So now let us start with the subtraction of two vectors. When we subtract two vectors, then its formula is under root over a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. And suppose if we want to find the angle, then it becomes angle between the resultant and a vector. In when we are subtracting 2, then it becomes b sin theta divided by a minus b cos theta. Okay, we just replace the positive plus sign with minus sign. Okay, now there is special case in subtraction also, like if there are two vectors of equal magnitude and the angle between them given is 60 degree, then resultant of two vectors or can say vector a minus vector b in that case will be equal to the given vector. Okay, like let's see one question here. This will help you to get a catch over it. See here, there are two vectors of equal magnitude 5 Newton and angle given between them is 60 degree. Then we have to find vector A minus vector B whole mod. Basically it is asking us to find the resultant. We know that when two vectors are equal, then we use the formula in subtraction 2a sin theta by 2. Okay, and A here is 5 Newton, so 2 into 5 sin 60 by 2, which gives us sin 30. And sin 30 value is 1 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled and it gives us and we get the resultant as 5 Newton. So this proves that if the two vectors are equal and the angle given between them is 60 degree and we have to find the subtraction of two vectors, then resultant is also same. Now next thing comes is properties of vector subtraction. See, we have also discussed the properties of addition vector. Like it follows the commutative property and it follows the associative property also. Okay, but in vector subtraction it does not follow any of the property. If we subtract vector a from b and subtract vector b from a, both of them are not equal to each other, both are opposite. Okay, like if we subtract 3 minus 2 and then 2 minus 3, then both of them are not equal. Okay, similarly it does not follow associative property. If we subtract a minus b, then subtract whole thing from c is not equal to if we subtract b minus c, then we subtract it from a. Okay, both the cases are different from each other. Now let us see one question here. Okay, question given is a cap plus b cap whole mod is equal to root 3. Then we have to find a cap minus 4 b cap whole mod. Okay, so first see, here a cap is given whichever question. Okay, if a cap is mentioned over it, then it means that its magnitude is always 1. Okay, so a cap is equal to b cap is equal to 1.
Okay, so we will apply the formula 2a cos theta by 2, because in addition we apply 2a cos theta by 2. Okay, so 2a cos theta by 2 is equal to root 3. So a value is 1 because its magnitude is 1. So 2 into 1 cos theta by 2. So cos theta by 2 equal to root 3 by 2. And we know that cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2 when theta is equal to 30 degree. And it's theta by 2, so cos theta equal to 60 degree. Now we have got the value of theta, which is equal to 60 degree. Now we can easily find the value of a cap minus 4b cap. We will just put the formula r is equal to, see here it is subtraction, so r equals root over a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Now a is equal to 1 and b is equal to, see here it is 4. So 4 into 1 gives us 4. So 1 square plus 4 square minus 2 into 1 into 4. Cos 60, we found the value that theta is equal to 60 degree. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So it becomes 1 plus 16 minus 8 into 1 by 2. 2 into 4 times gives us 8. So it becomes 17 minus 4, which gives us 13. Okay. So resultant of a cap minus b cap 4b cap whole mod is equal to 13. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.